And by the way, you heard that little promo from our friend Kirk Bankstead from Monaco Brewery. One of the other places that the Monaco Brewery Choice Seltzer can be picked up is at the Oak Park Beer Shop on North Boulevard and Sugar Beet Food Co-op in Madison, on Madison. And so just wanted to say that for our guest who's joining us. And I'm excited for so many reasons. One, there's a lot of great events coming up in communities like Elmwood Park and Forest Park and Melrose, Brookfield, Oak Park. In addition to all the great events coming up, I am excited to talk to our guest because he has been a crucial part of bringing a lot of folks to Illinois and helping us really be re-energized by what it means to live here and have great destinations. When he was the former the assistant deputy director at the Illinois Office of Tourism, Eric Wagner, now the president and CEO of Visit Oak Park. Can I just say, Eric, personally, great work. I mean, I'm excited that you're the president of this organization now and CEO. The work that you did with the Illinois Tourism Organization was just outstanding. So thank you so much for all that work.
Oh, thanks so much. No, it was awesome. You know, we did a lot of really cool stuff promoting the state around the country, around the world. I was really proud to launch the first, LGBTQ marketing campaign that the state's ever had. So it was a great time, and I'm really glad now to be at Visit Oak Park, which, contrary to our name, is more than just the village of Oak Park. The village of Oak Park is great, but we also represent pretty much most of Western Cook County. So we have a great area, and there's a lot of great diverse communities with a lot to offer and a lot of great events this fall.
You really do. I mean, I started reading some and then I confused myself. I'm like, wait a minute. You're right. That's the thing, is that you guys represent all these wonderful communities that are really bringing people out. And I'm guessing folks really are still energized to gather, aren't they? They want to find things to do.
Yeah, people are definitely, all summer we've seen just record demand, and people are still wanting to get out there. And, the weather, especially in the fall, it's like the perfect time to get out there. And some of my favorite things, we have some great tours that are still going on in the fall. And, one of my favorites, if I can tell you, is Petal Oak Park. So, Oak Park is obviously known for Frank Lloyd Wright, and Oak Park is home to the largest concentration of Frank Lloyd Wright architecture in the world. So people literally come from around the world to Oak Park to come see his home and studio. Unity Temple, which is now part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it's on par with the pyramids in Egypt and the Great Wall of China. That is here in Oak Park at Unity Temple, Frank Lloyd Wright's Unity Temple. But one of my favorite tours that I got, and it goes through October, so I'm hoping people can go out and enjoy it while the weather is great on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday mornings. It's a tour called Petal Oak Park from the Frank Lloyd Wright Trust. You can bring your bike, or you can borrow one of theirs, and you go on a tour, and they take you to all the 21 Frank Lloyd Wright homes in Oak Park. You bike around to each of them. They tell you the stories behind each of the homes. It's really an amazing tour, and a great way to work up an appetite and, wanting to get some beer at the beer shop after.
Nice. I love that. And do people need to register for the Petal Oak Park?
They do. Yeah, you can register in advance. You can do it on their website. You can get that through Visit Oak Park's website. But yeah, people will register in advance for that, and it's on Saturday and Sunday mornings every weekend through October.
That's outstanding.
And if that isn't enough, Frank Lloyd Wright, his influence is not just in Oak Park, but another great tour is in Riverside. So the entire village of Riverside is a National Historic Landmark. Was designed by by Frederick Law Olmsted, who was pretty much America's premier architect. He designed Central Park, Boston Common, and he designed the entire village of Riverside. And so Riverside today is known as one of the 10 communities that changed America. And so there's a great tour that happens in September and October. I can give you the dates, but there's the Olmsted Society of Riverside does a great walking tour, and you can see one of Frank Lloyd Wright's gems along with a lot of other great architecture. But the main gem from Frank Lloyd Wright is the Coonley Estate, which is actually 8 different buildings that were all on one estate in Riverside. But now, the community has all been built up, so they're all separate homes now. But their architecture and the landscape in Riverside is really something extraordinary and something that people should come and check out. And it's a great walking tour that they do.
That's fascinating. I'm reading through all the different things that are going on, including, by the way, I've scrolled down to the end. I know there's so many things in between, but I had no idea about River Forest, and I'm looking at the Streets of Dreams walking tour, that the power couple who helped bring the Columbian Exposition to Chicago. What?
Yeah, I know, right?
What?
Yeah, there's a million stories like that throughout the area, and that's a great thing about all the walking tours we have in the Oak Park areas. They're filled with great stories that really that are really captivating to listen to and to walk through. Or bike through as well. Well,
and I was about to say that the Forest Home Cemetery bike tour. There's so much going on.
One of my favorites, if I could just quickly highlight that, the Forest Home Cemetery is just quite a gem. It's actually where the Haymarket Memorial is, which is basically, where the American labor rights movement was born. Mm-hmm. And so where all the labor activists have been buried. And so what you do is you can bike through, you can go through and see the memorial and Radical Row, which is all the labor rights activists. And then the bike ride continues through the rest of the cemetery. And there's just fascinating stories throughout there. There's a Potawatomi burial mound there. I mean, the stories and the people who are buried there, it's just a really, really fascinating place to explore, and to do it on a bike. It just makes it a whole lot of fun.
Oh, it's incredible. Okay, so you've got, and there's Rib Fest this weekend. That's tomorrow in Forest Park.
Rib Fest in Forest Park, yep. And there's also in Schiller Park, there's a Pierogi Fest and a car show. And then at LaGrange, if you're more into art, there's the West End Art Festival in LaGrange. So there's just a whole bunch of great stuff going on this month and in October as well.
Yeah, this is a lot. I mean, you get the Zoo Run on Sunday at Brookfield Zoo, the Brookfield Art Fest. Oktoberfest is coming up at the end of the month. There was something else there's so many things. I want to do all the stuff.
Yeah, there's another in Riverside, too. There's Hop Stop, which is a craft brew festival. Over 30 breweries from all across the Midwest are there, and it's right in the heart of Riverside at the train station. So if you need to, you can hop on the train back to the city or back to whatever town you're from. So a lot of great. One of my other favorites is, and this is the second annual this year, but the second annual Berwyn Blues Festival, which is at the world-famous Fitzgerald's in Berwyn. This is the second year they're doing it. Last year was a huge success. They're really excited to bring it back. Top talent from all over the country is going to be there, and even better is now attached to Fitzgerald is the new Baby Gold Barbecue. So you want to get some great barbecue and enjoy some blues, we got it in Berwyn for you. And that is on September 23rd to 25th.
That's outstanding. I also want to highlight the Free Wellness Week in LaGrange, which sounds fantastic.
Yes, huge trend. Everyone is looking, after the 2 years of the pandemic, right? We're all looking for wellness and relaxation, and a lot of great stuff going on in LaGrange to help people get their wellness fix.
That's fantastic. I love all of this. So all the information for this is available at visitoakpark.com. And just because it's visitoakpark.com, as Eric was saying earlier, Eric Wagner, the president, CEO of Visit Oak Park, that's a lot of the western Cook County communities, including Bellwood, Berkeley, Berwyn, Broadview, Brookfield, I can say the whole list, but from Bellwood to Willow Springs, how's that? Everything in between. That's so much fun. And a lot of these communities do have train stops so that you can, and really cute areas too. Like, I'm guessing LaGrange has a great train stop, right?
They've got two.
Yeah. It's so nice.
They've got two. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's the great thing. And one of the things I'm trying to do is develop some great tours to get people, on the train, can do a brew thing, can go beer trail on the train throughout our area. So there's just a lot of great stuff. And all these communities are connected by train and through with highways as well. So it's all really easily accessible. CTA, Metro, all of that.
Excellent. I love this. And I look forward to talking to you again about any events coming up. And again, congratulations on all the hard work and success that you have. I look forward to meeting you sometime. I did want to ask, because your family's from Mexico. Yes? You're from Mexico?
Yes, I am. Yes.
My mother's from Coahuila. I was just wondering which part of Mexico. Not that we're related. I'm like one of those people. I'm like, what part?
I've got a unique little story. I was actually adopted from Mexico, but I was adopted from Mexico City as a young child.
Really? And how long do you
no.
remember much of Mexico City?
I don't. I go back often because it's probably one of my favorite places in the world and just an amazing city. It really is. So I go back often.
I just went with my mother and my son. I took my son for the first time. He's going off to college this fall, and I wanted to take him to Mexico City with his abuelita. And we stayed in Coyoacán. And I'm with you. I had not seen the city in a long time, and it's staggering. Does it inspire you when you're thinking of putting these things together? Cause it does help to go look and see how people do things in other parts of the world, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's the way you really figure out what people are looking for. And it's really what do I want to do is oftentimes what other people want to do too.
Right.
So there's nothing like going to a place and discovering it and then sharing it. It's just, that's a really powerful thing.
It really is. And so this is an opportunity for folks to learn more about the Western Cook County communities, including Oak Park and all the great events that they have. So go to visitoakpark.com. And for those of you who do live out that way, I mean, I still learn new things about I didn't realize we had this great Union Ridge Cemetery right here on the Northwest side that was built during the Civil War. So, I mean, you keep learning, folks. That's what this is all about. While we're here, learn more, enjoy more. And with the help of people like Eric Wagner, let's get it done. Thank you, Eric.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Of course. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. Wonderful work. Oh, man. There's too many things to do this weekend, you guys. Let's take a break here, and I'm going to give away, speaking of more things to do, I've got golf passes.